Okay. All right. Let's see if I remember how to stream. First of all, gotta get the mic in the right spot here. Oh my goodness. Hey, Emerson. How are you doing? I am doing. I'm doing okay. In the middle of trying to get my life back back on track. Been on a long break, not quite vacation, but holiday, I guess you could say. Threw together this wall behind me here. It's bad and I don't like it, so I need to redesign and rethink about how to make my Twitch stream actually look and be good and stuff like that. New location. So this is my room in Vancouver. I just rearranged things and made this like plywood wall behind me. It's just a rough idea. I am gonna design something much nicer looking. I'm gonna paint the walls at this place. This is still, if you see behind at the top there, you can see that it is still the green. It is still the green wall. I'm gonna paint it a different color. I think I'm gonna get a better camera, or actually, anyway, there's all kinds of stuff I want to do because I want to make this stream pop, and it doesn't yet. So work to do. Anyway, so that's what's up with me. How are things with you, Emerson? I hope things are going well. All right, let's see. Gotta get my head in the game here. You doing fine? Glad to hear that. That's good. Audio's okay on my end, right? Yeah? Life goes good? That's good. I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear it. Man. Audio's good? Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. All right, good. We got that going for us. Okay, so let me see. So we've got this page that I was working on a while ago. I'm gonna have to table this stream art thing for another day. This experimental stuff is all gonna. Oh, why is that invisible? Oh, that's fine. Gonna work on all of this kind of stuff and make this stream art and everything look a lot nicer in the coming days. The set itself I have to build, and while design and build, maybe I'll do that on stream. I'll have to see. But today I'm doing something just a little bit simpler. I want to get I forget how to do this. Let me see here. I have. Yes, here we go. Okay, so I have no idea how feeds work, to be completely honest. I'll have to figure that out, but that's okay. The idea is to, I want to make, so I've been using this world.hey.com thing. It's my email client, but I've been using it to just write some blog posts here and there. And what I want to do is have a little Clojure or Babashka script that that uses the RSS. I have to figure out how it works. I'm not sure. It's really simple, is part of the name, so I'm sure I can figure it out. But I realize that I've got bad shadow on my face here. Sorry about that. That's just gonna have to be fine for the day. I also realize this doesn't work. 1 second. 1 second. Let's see. That's way worse. Okay. The set and setup of the lights and everything, I'm just gonna have to be okay with the fact that it's bad today. I'm just getting back into this. I'll work on the set and everything as I go. Okay. Right, so RSS feed, have to figure out how to use it, but I want to just make a tool that I guess just pulls when there's a new element in the feed and saves the text from that post. I guess either it can download the whole page as HTML and then convert it to plain text. I don't know exactly what I want it to do, but the point is I want to save it to my local directories and probably build an automation that mirrors it to my GitHub static site as well, just so I have it in two spots. If I ever don't use Hey email service anymore, then I can still access those posts. So that's the plan. Let's just call it RSS Saver. Yeah. Script that saves my blog posts from Adam James. Is that the right? Is this gonna work? Let's see. Hello? Oh, there we go. There. Okay, that's weird. It had to save it first, but that's fine. That is fine. Okay. All right. I'm trying to get my head back into that streaming mode, you know. I think I'm decent at it, but when I take a break for long enough, I lose the plot a little bit. I actually realized one thing. I'm gonna get a lamp and try to make the lighting just a smidge, just a tip better, just a little bit. Flawless. Do, 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 do. There. That's actually not too bad. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll call that good. Okay. All right. So, the goal of the day, build out a bit of project structure here, get a Babashka script going, which, by the way, let me see if I can remember how to do this. Let's see if this works. Ah, yes, it does. Perfect. Okay, so first things first, I'm just going to do this with Babashka. Okay. Oop. So here, BB version. I think I'm a few versions behind. Babashka is updated regularly, so let's actually brew install. Wait, how does it work again? Brew update Babashka. I don't know if that's right. We'll have to see. Hopefully that works okay. Upgrade. How is everyone doing, by the way? I hope anyone tuned in at the moment is having a decent time of things. Hope your summer has been good, that September is bringing good things onto your plate, all that good stuff. Any new projects going on, anything like that, feel free to just talk and chat if you want to. I'm interested in what people are up to. I am really hoping to bump up my development game here, make my streams better, make my YouTube channel better, make my open source libraries better, and build out a business case here and there for a few design things. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. I'm excited about it all, and I've got a lot of work to do. In the meantime, while that's upgrading, I want to try... let's do... what does this look like? Let me see how this works. Let's actually search that, because I actually don't know. Other thing, let me try copy link, because I don't think I actually need this so much as I need the link to it. I've never properly learned what RSS actually is. Here's my RSS link that I'll be using, which is just this. I assume that the Atom file at that address is automatically updated anytime a post is created. I assume it's just XML with Hey, Martin. Did your sister get married yet? Yes, she did. Successfully, I might add. Good to see you, Martin. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I'm actually back in Vancouver now. I had my sister's wedding, I had vacation, I had all that good stuff, and now I'm hoping that I remember how to do actual work again. Because it's been a bit. So I'm happy to be streaming a little bit here. All well, new place? No, actually, this is still the green. You can see the paint in the top there. Um, Green room in Vancouver. I'm. What you see here is a really bad prototype. I was just this morning thinking, hey, I need a new. I want to actually make a proper set for my videos and for my streams. Um, I don't have a lot of options to work with. This, what I came up with this morning, I don't like it. I mean, there's a lot I could do. I could paint it. I could make it look proper. I could start mounting stuff onto the plywood. And I could actually make things look kind of decent. But there's a few things I want to do. I want better lighting. I want probably a better camera. I want a situation where this TV is actually showing useful information and it's not blown out by the camera, all that sort of stuff. And I want to paint the walls of the room, make myself look a little more professional in terms of set design. So all of that is future plans, like near future. I have to focus on it, I think, hopefully this weekend. But yeah, not a new place, just a reorientation and trying to focus on making things look a little nicer. Sounds ambitious. Yeah, so I don't think it'll be too hard. I've already got a few ideas brewing in the brain box here. I mean, so first of all, painting the walls of this room will make it look quite a bit better. The second thing is actually getting rid of some of the stuff that I thought I wanted but don't need. Will make things a lot easier. Mounting, making and mounting some really simple box style shelves onto spots in the room will make it look really nice. You know, getting just a few knickknacks here and there will make it look a lot better. And then making a bookshelf. So that'll basically be the set design. It's basically just making the room look better. And then lighting. I was thinking of just getting some LED panels, maybe a Bluetooth connected one that I can change the colors on and do like fun little programs with RGB and stuff like that. And then the TV behind here, that's just a matter of hooking up. What I have in mind for that is basically making a WebSocket web page that I can connect multiple things to and just kind of like push visuals to it. I don't know how that's going to work. That's a future project for fun, but anyway, all of that, it's just I have to plan it out carefully and just actually do the work. So maybe it is ambitious, but I do think I can pull it off. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, all I'm trying to do is RSS feed parser CLJ. Thanks for the tip. Let's do. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, I don't think this project is actually too difficult. The hardest thing is my own ignorance, which is pretty much always the case. There's so many things I just don't know. Rome Java docs. Can I make it? Well, first of all, how does RSS work? Okay, so my understanding of what RSS actually is just a single Um, what I think RSS here. Let me do every time the site updates, the feed.atom file is regenerated with the newest content appended. Then the RSS reader is a separate app that pulls feed.atom URLs, downloads them, and parses / displays the contents according to the app's design. I think that's it. I don't know why I put it in a bullet point. Let's just leave it like that. Yeah, let's see if that makes any sense. Right, so, but before I get ahead of that, let's go back here and see if, BB version, let's see if it updated. No! I typoed. All right, we got the latest Babashka. That's looking good. Let me just double check that this still evals. It does, nice and quick too. Nice, happy with that. Okay, let me let's see here. I think I'll need a few tools from Babashka. Probably, man, I can't, it's been a while since I've done any proper programming. I'm realizing there's so many things I just don't know. Let's go, let's see, let's open up another project as an example. Radish, the Radish namespace, zip, tools, CLI, maybe I'll need those things. Hiccup, probably I want to convert things to hiccup. Let's see. Okay, the first thing I want to focus on is the ability to just get the RSS feed. I am, at least for right now, I'm making this script just, I'm going to run it once and it's going to download the RSS feed, parse it, and save out all of the articles as its own plain text file. That's the main, that's what I'm going to get going today. And then I can build off of it from there. The entire purpose is not that it's a generic RSS reader. It's literally a script for me so that I can get my own blog posts back into plain text from this here. Why do I have it twice? That was a mistake. Okay. And then I'm gonna basically, the subscription to it, I'm just gonna run this as like a cron job or something like that. I'll just automate the script to run. So the script will run a single time and do the complete parsing. Maybe I'll put in a bit of diffing strategy so it has the last pull, pulls the new, and then just diffs away any old content so that it's not constantly doing everything. I think I might do that. Okay, so that I'm pretty sure that's all it is. Just an XML file, and then I can do whatever I want with it. If I can get it, I can do what I want. Pretty sure that's all it is. Okay. So let me attempt. Oh, let's also, I have to do another thing here. Let's do BB. Ooh. nrepl server. Is that what it is? It is. Neat. Okay, so I'm going to connect. Why is this? Man, that's frustrating to me that there's all flashy glitches and stuff like that. I got to get my life back in order. Let's see here. Right. I'm gonna pop this into here so I have this as a reference right there. Good. Let me do oops, wrong thing. All right, let's do design. This is a simple script that that only saves my world.hey.com blog posts to text files. Run the script once. It will grab feed.atom from the URL, parse it, and save each article, each post, and its content to a file. To a folder. As plain text. To expand that minimal scope, I want basic diffing approach, which saves the previous feed.atom file so that when the script runs, it can compare the newest from the oldest, from the newest feed from the previous, and only saves new articles. Yeah. And the other thing I want it to do is some articles have images. I would like to be able to download those images and save them inside a folder generated per post. It might let's see, I want to emit markdown or emit the posts in either markdown or org files, maybe both as an option. or org files. Not sure yet. Okay, there we go. That's a good enough design doc for a small script. I think I'm okay with that. Let's do main. Let's start with the namespace. Come on. I have to remember how to, let me do cider jack. Wait. Cider connect actually is what I want. The host is localhost and the port 1667. So this should be the Babashka REPL now. And let me see. Yes, okay, good. Does it work if I do this? Babashka. I have to treat it like this. Oops, that's not what I meant. I meant to do that. There we go. Okay. That's gonna be good enough for now. One second, getting important messages. Okay, so we've got that distracted me trying to remember how to do programming. All right, let's build out a namespace here with need XML parsing and to build a zipper and need XML parsing, might need to build a zipper to edit nodes. I'll want to run it as a CLI and probably want to turn the project into another Graal VM native image example. So I'll need tools.cli as well. Yeah, okay, let's call that good as a explanation. Let's do namespace rss saver dot main, and we require a few things. Clojure string, always, almost always. Okay. Clojure.string as stir. Clojure.zip as zip. I think I want to make a video about zippers because they're super powerful, but I don't remember how to use them well enough. So if I make a video explaining it, that should help me remember it a little better. Oh, let's see here. Hey, too fast to see. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for the tip there. So, should move to new category software and game development instead of science and tech. It just launched today. I was completely unaware of that category. I am actually going to do that right now. Thank you very much. Let's see. That's really cool that they did that. Let me see if I can get this old computer to do that. Wow, look at that. Thank you for the tip. That's really helpful. Let's update that right now. Man, that's cool. I didn't. I'm glad that they're expanding the categories a bit. I always. Oof, programming. Is scripting. I wonder if they have Clojure in the tags. I doubt it. How are you doing? Too fast to see. I hope things are well with you. It says here you're the first time in chat. I don't know if you if you've been to the stream at all before, but if you're new, I'm curious what brings you around here. If you don't mind sharing, no pressure, of course. If you don't want to, none of that is a big deal. I'm just curious. All right, I'll deal with the tags and stuff another day. This is my first stream back after a bit of a break, so I'm all over the place. I don't know what's what. All right, so we've got Clojure zip. Do I need to shell out? I shouldn't need to shell out at all, so I don't need that. But I do want clojure.tools.cli as CLI, of course. Hiccup. Let's not worry about that. Oh, I didn't even get the XML. Let's do that. Clojure dot. What is it now? Let's see here. Oop. Hello? There we go. I forget the name of it. This probably has. Oh boy, this is. I don't know if this is what I need, but we'll see. Let's do Clojure XML library. What's it called? Clojure data XML. Oh, also Babashka built in. Come on, built-in libs. Gotta see what's what. Is there just a list of built-ins? Let's see. All of this stuff, all of this knowledge just evaporated, you know, as I was completely focused on non-programming things for a month. I wonder if it's time for me to update my notebook strategy so I have better, like, at the ready access to my own, like, previous knowledge and stuff like that. It's probably about time to get serious with that. The problem is I don't know what I need. I don't know. I don't want to overcomplicate things that I never use, and I don't want things to just evaporate constantly. So I need something. I just don't know what. Okay, built-in namespaces. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Clojure.data.xml. From Clojure, additional libraries. Okay, so this should be built in. I think that's what that's getting at, which is good. All right, so let's do that. I might also need HTTP kit stuff, although I don't know. Just to do a get requests. I'll get to that later, because I might not. I don't know if I can just do a slurp from an HTTP. I'll find out in a minute. Okay. I'm having a slow day. Clojure.data.xml. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Clojure.data.xml as XML. Okay, let me see if this will work. Looks like it does. Let's try XML slash. Okay, that's promising. Now I want to try. Let me just do def a as slurp, but I want to slurp from this address. Does it work? It does. Okay. Oops. Okay, so XML slash, what do we have here? Parse string A. Is it going to parse it? It looks like it did. That's good. Okay, so actually we're getting somewhere already. Oops. Yeah, split. Oh, why'd that happen? That's not what I need. This indent stuff is not good. Okay, that's the namespace. Let's do grab feed. Let's just get feed, something like that. Can I, if I do slurp of a file that doesn't exist, nil.txt. Okay, so can I do, let's see, Clojure check if file exists. Clojure.java.io. I guess I should probably have that in there, eh? I think that makes sense. Let's do clojure.java.io as IO. Is that gonna, yep, that works. So let's do, let's try this. Dot exists. Let's try that. Wait a second. What am I doing? IO slash file. Okay, there we go. So IO slash, is there just a proper, let's see here. let's get a feed. So here, right here, we've got let's see. When not dot exists io/file previous feed dot atom. When that doesn't exist, I want to do I want to yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, let's just do it as a .atom file. That's fine. When that doesn't exist, right? I want to right away do what's the right way to do this? Basically, if you're running it for the first time, you're not going to have a previous feed, so you have to generate a previous feed. And it's either going to do nothing if there is a previous feed, or get the previous feed if there is one. You know what? Okay, so let's actually just do it this way. No. Okay, here's a slightly better idea. Maybe defin init feed. No. Get feed. Okay, so get feed is gonna be, why can't I, there we go. Okay, so here first of all, actually, let's def feed URL as https // world.hey.com/adam.james feed.atom. That should be fine. Okay, so let feed be feed, slurp feed URL. Yeah, sure. I think that's fine. So feed is that you always get the feed, and when there is not a previous feed, right, all you have to do is See, I don't know if this is the right place to put this. That's the problem I'm having. But I only want to pull. I only want, when you run the script, I only want you to grab the feed once. I don't want to do it twice. So I'm trying to combine the two things. Is really all I'm attempting to do. So actually, all I want is I'm gonna be right back. I need to clear my mind and think for a second. All right. Let's keep going. I don't know why I'm spinning my wheels so much on this. I just gotta do it, right? Make it work better later. Do it wrong. Do it the dumb way first, and then improve it after. That's the name of the game. Okay. Actually, I'm realizing since I'm running this as a script, I can actually just do this. Def feed. I don't really need a function for it. I could just do this. Slurp feed URL. And then here, def let's do current feed, previous feed. Right, so the previous feed is if dot exists, yeah, here we go, io/file previous feed. Pardon me. Okay, so previous feed if dot exists io file previous feed dot atom. If it exists, the previous feed is slurp previous feed dot atom. Otherwise, it's equivalent to current feed. There we go. Okay. Actually, I need to do two things here. So here I want to do it like this. I want to do, ooh, wait a second. Is this gonna work? Yeah, I think it will. Spit. Hey, Green Coder, how's it going? I hope you are doing well. Oop. Been a while. I hope things have been well for you. I saw that you've been streaming. I am really excited to be tuning in once in a while now that I'm back in Vancouver and trying to get back on track, kicking things into high gear on my end. So it'll be fun to see your streams as well. All right, so spit. I have no idea if that's gonna actually do what I need it to. Let's see what happens here. Whoops. Man, so it's been a while since I've streamed and since I've programmed, so I am just slow today, but I'll be getting back into that groove. At least that's the hope. We'll just have to see how stuff goes. Nice and easy today, like really nice and easy, not trying too hard. Once I'm done streaming, I'm very likely gonna just kind of rewrite this little thing a little bit clearer, and I actually want to make a YouTube video about this because I think it should be fun. Nice simple project with a good clear outcome. Yeah, so that should be fun actually. So instead of just talking about it, let's keep programming, why don't we? That seems like a good idea. Ay. Okay, so asdf.txt. So do what did I do wrong here? I also realized this is actually a bad design because, well, actually, let me see. Yeah, this is not a good idea. I should not do this inside there. I should really just have it be like this. Nope. Actually, I'm gonna not have a conditional in here at all. I'm gonna do this. Current feed. Previous feed is like that. Yes. Okay. Right. So here, this is order dependent, so I guess it's just gonna have to be fine. We're gonna do defin init previous, something like that, I guess. When not dot exists io slash file previous feed dot atom. When that doesn't exist, let's also do it this way. Yeah, when the file doesn't exist, that's when you spit previous feed dot atom. Current feed, and then I just want to do that init previous like that, and then I can def previous feed. I forgot a space here. I don't know. I think that makes sense. Honestly, that seems like a good enough approach. Really, it's not too hard. Okay, so let me remove. Okay, so now, right, if I'm running it as a script, it's doing these things. Def current feed spits out this string. Init previous is a function, and then you run it. And at that point, I should now have previous feed dot atom. Yes. Okay, so that is working. And now if I do it again, it should do nothing. It should just return nil. Okay, that's pretty good. And so then previous feed, if I run that, so now I've got two strings. I've got, they current feed string. They should be strings. Because, well, they should be labeled strings because they are still strings. Okay, there we go. Right, now, that took longer than it needed to, honestly. My bad. But that's fine. Let's do this. Let's go. I'm not missing any chats, am I? I hope I didn't miss any if someone's been talking. Also just okay. We're doing all right. We are doing all right. Okay. Right. So we've got the feeds. We've got the current feed string and the previous feed string, and we've persisted the previous feed to disk, so that we can diff things properly. No. Init previous makes sense. Yeah, okay. So I have to remember to also, so we've got init previous and then we've got save previous, which will be like this, spit previous feed, current feed string. And this one, how do I want to, let's see here, saves current feed string to previous feed dot atom. Like this. When no previous feed.atom file exists. Only saves the current feed string to the previous feed atom. Use only no, I'm not gonna, this is confusing. I'm not gonna make a function that does that. I'm just gonna do that in the, like in the final main function. It's, the main is gonna do all the stuff it needs to do. And then it's gonna save the current to the previous after it's done all the diffing and stuff like that. So this, I'm losing the plot a little bit is the truth of the matter here. Okay, right. So now let's do let's try this feed tree. Let's do current feed string gets threaded through XML/parse string. Wow. Oh, what did I do now? Okay, let's try that again. What? What did I just do wrong here? There we go. Okay. Right, so now what I actually want to try to do is set up a zipper. I think I need a zipper for the XML. Is there built-in? Let's do zip slash XML zip. So there is an XML zipper. Not sure if this will work. It kind of does. Okay, now I need to build out. Need to do zipper tools. And here, I don't remember how to do this exactly, so I'm gonna pop open dev radish.org. I've got some zipper stuff in here. Tree node editors, tree edit. Oops. Okay, so here, tree edit. This is what I need. I would like to make a video about this as well. Probably a blog post as well. I'll get to that. Right, so let me see if I can get this working. Let's try it. Keep that source in there. Right. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Okay. And then the matcher, I want to get a matcher that does actually, first of all, let's see here. Adders content. Oh, this tag is annoying. I don't like that. Oh, there's a way to do cleaner tags, right? Clojure, XML tag, XML parse, clean tags, options. I don't remember. Parsing XML and Clojure. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Wait a second. Oh, okay, we're good. We are good. Oh, Clojure data zip XML as zip XML. Is that actually what I'm looking for here? Let's not worry about that too much. Okay. Oops. I want to just get a list of tags here. Get nodes. Right, let's just try this anyway. Let's match. Let's try a match. Actually, wait a second. Oh no, I do need a matcher. Yeah, let's try match all. Oh, wait a second. I should be able to do. Let me try this. Let me try. Okay, here. So we've got a zipper, and we're gonna do get nodes with identity, and I wonder if that'll work. Okay, I kind of did. And now let's map tag over feed tree. Okay. So here I want there's got to be an option for XML to pull the tags without namespaces. Yeah, okay, that's what this is here. Where Okay, so I need to find parse string and an example of the options. Okay, here we go. Namespace aware false, maybe? Let's try that. Oh, wait, there's a bunch here. Namespace aware false. Let's try that. Let's try that. Okay, so we've got XML parse string. Options are namespace aware false. Is this going to work? Okay, and now hey, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're getting somewhere now, finally. Okay, so let's try to build some matchers. Let's do match feed location. Oop. let node be zip node of the current location, and the node we're gonna just pull. Let's actually do first of feed tree. Oh, it's a big node. Okay, tag is the author tag. Okay, but the node itself, what's the structure of the node itself? I think I can do this. I think I can do keys. Oop, don't need that. Keys tag from node, and then all I need to do is I don't even need a when. I just do equals tag feed. Let's try that. Oops, let's try that. Right. So this should just be 1. It should just be length 1. Okay. And if I do map tag onto feed tree, it should just be feed, which is exactly what we see. So let me do first feed tree. It should just be the node basically, and I want to do keys of that. Tag, attributes, and content. Okay, so if I do content of yeah, content of first of feed tree. Okay, so I guess entry is... entries. Let's try that. Match entries. Entries. Tag entry. Oh, match entry, not entries. This... oh, I need to actually make it or eval it there. Let's try it. Okay, so if I do count entries 7, let's see. Have I written 7 posts? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that is what I need. That's good. Okay. Right, so we've got a list of entries now. Okay, so what I'm kind of hoping is if I do map content of entries, that I do get okay, so one pull of content from an entry has what bits and pieces? That's the thing I need to know. That's the thing I want to know. Okay. Okay. So there's a title, content, there's a link. Okay. How do I want this to work? 'Tis the question. Okay, so a single entry is a sequence of maps and new line strings. I feel like I'm thinking about this a little bit wrong. Excuse me. Let's see. Okay, so let me refocus for a minute on what the goal of this is, right? The goal is to pull the feed and get um, um, and get all the new entries, basically. So current entries. Wait a second. I also realized I did something wrong. Previous feed should actually be nil in this. I realized if there is no previous feed, it should actually be initiated as nil. There should be nothing there right away. Hmm. Okay. Oh, jeez. My brain. Where is my brain? I want to spit an empty string, actually, if there's not a previous one there. Right, and then if there is a previous one there, you just do the previous feed atom. Okay, so okay, it does currently. Oh, I did this wrong. Remove. There we go. Now this. Okay, it's empty. Good. Okay, so current entries is like that. Count current entries 7. Def previous entries. Let's try this exact same thing. I'm realizing there might be a slightly better way to do this. Right. We good? Streaming. Yeah, okay, we're still good. All right, all right. Sorry, everyone, that this is just a bit of a slow stream today. Slow brain, new. Basically, been a long time since I've done it, so I just have to practice again. That's what's going on. That's the deal. Okay. This previous entries has to be previous feed string. I thought that might happen. Right, so previous entries, previous feed string. This is not clean, but if you run count nil, 0, okay. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so I kind of wonder. Entries. Okay, so here, right, what I want to try to do is create a filter where previous entries okay, I think this might work. This is maybe a little goofy way of doing it, but it's the only thing I can think of at the moment. So what I want to do is let entries be remove into set previous entries from current entries. Okay, so now if I, whoop, that's not what I meant. Now if I do count entries, it should still be 7. But if I temporarily, for the sake of, if I do, if I def previous entries as rest of current entries, count previous entries 6. Okay, so now if I were to run entries here, if this is working, which I'm not sure if it will. Oh, I can close that again. If this works the way I think, entries should be 1. Oh, that is promising. That is very promising. Keys of first entries. Yes, okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. All right, so the idea here is effectively to So this is the diff. This here is the diffing strategy. The only thing I don't know is if I edit a post, if it will, well, what it'll do in that case. But I'm not going to worry about that for the time being. Why is this like that? That's strange to me, but okay. Okay. Well, let's do the simple things. Do the simple things, please, Adam. Do the simple things. That is what I want to do to start. Right. So, for any given entry now that I've, this is not, parse is not the right label here anymore. Oops. Entry nodes. Yes. Zipper tools. All right, so now here we are doing a node transform basically. So let's say defen node to node to text given some node, right? Given a node, let's let keys the we've got tag, attributes, and content. That's not exactly helpful. We actually want to grab the content from here. So we got the node, and then because we already know the tag is entry and the attributes are whatever, I don't care about that. I want to pull the content right away, and that sorry, just trying to think about this. Should I? No, I think that's fine actually. So the node entry node. Let's do that. Entry to text. Okay, so we've got entry, which actually I kind of want to destructure right away in here. So let's do, actually no. Let's keep it a little more explicit here. So we take the entry. We're gonna let keys be content right away. from entry, and I'm just gonna do content remove. I don't know if that's gonna work. Oh, string. True. I may have jumped the gun on that one. Let's just return content and see what that looks like. Oh, what am I doing? Of course I don't need that. I need to do it like this. I'm being a little bit goofy here. Okay, so let's try that. Let's do entry to text of first of entries. This should just be one. Okay, so right. So right away here, I'm seeing a little bit of useful stuff, except can I? Let's see here. Okay, I've got to be right back. Gotta help my roommates with something for a second. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna, let's see, what time, how long have I been streaming? Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit longer yet, maybe half an hour. I want to get, I want to get a thing that saves the entries to plain text with the title and the content, and from there I'll figure out the rest. Although, scratch that. First thing I'm gonna do is actually, I'm going to do the slightly easier thing. I'm just going to emit the content part here as direct HTML. And oh, cool. The published and updated tags are there too. That actually might be useful. Hey, C-Films, how's it going? How was my trip? It was good. I'm it's been so long that I've been streaming. I'm not at my top game. Got to get back into the mindset, you know, but the trip was great. My sister got married successfully. I had a nice long vacation and did a lot of reading, and now I'm back, ready to work hard for the month of September. So I'm excited about all that. How have you been, C Films? Good, I hope. Yeah. Okay, so doing great. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm also doing quite great. Ready? I'm excited and ready to be doing some serious programming work again. I'm excited to improve my stream. I'm designing a set this weekend slash hopefully starting the construction on it. Cleaning up the graphics and all of that stuff, ready to get the ball rolling again, and I'm very excited about that. Should be a lot of fun. Basically, I'm excited and I'm doing great, and I'm gonna work hard this month and gonna get things back on track. Yeah, it's blah blah blah. It's exciting for me. Okay, so this entry to text, I'm gonna cheat for a moment and do okay, so it's a sequence of maps. What I can do is actually just get, I don't even need to do this remove thing here. I can take, whoop. Okay, so we got content from entry, and what I want to do here is actually do how do I want to say this? The real content, the text. Let's just call it the text. So the text is just going to be first from filter by tag of the entry is equal to the key content. That's the filter function, and you run that over content, and you get the text. Okay, so that should give me this. This is confusing, but hopefully it's what I need. Then the text is first from content You've not been working on McFly much in the last month. Nothing wrong with that. Cfilms says you've been working on your website project mostly over the last month. Nice. Oh, that sounds like a good project to be doing. Nothing wrong with pressing pause on projects for a bit and doing something else, right? I mean, sometimes you just need that. You need a break from one thing, but you can still work on other stuff. I do that quite regularly, so sounds nice. Hopefully that website project is going well for you. There's for sure a cleaner way to do this. But that's okay. I can clean it up if I feel like I need to. I kind of don't know that I do need to anyway. Not a big deal. We're gonna call it text node though, and here I'm gonna do a thread text node through. Right, so it's basically you just get content and then first from that I think that should work. Been working on your website project off and on over the past couple years. Nice. Okay, so that is an HTML string. Let me now let's spit that into out.html. And now let's go here and open out.html. Yes, okay. We're basically there with what we need. Okay, it even in a very cool way, like it even embeds the attachment, which is super cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so I kind of wonder if this is actually basically a good enough situation. It's not quite good enough because I'm not done first of all. So let's do entry to HTML first of all. And what I want to do here is I don't need hiccup in this case because it's already formatted as HTML. I might pull in hiccup later on for other transformation things, but for the end of this stream, I'm just gonna clean this up ever so slightly. And what I want to do here is pull okay, let's rearrange this a little bit. I'm gonna do body yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so the body, first of all, let me rewrite it like this. Body. Ooh. Let's do thread last content through filter tag content, then first, then content again, and first again. So this pattern here is why I recognize that there's probably a slightly better way to do that, but I'm not going to worry about it. What I'm going to do is just double check that I did this right. So if I just return body here, this should give me the same kind of result. Yes. Okay, that's good. Okay. Next step. So we've got the body. Let's go back to first of entries. Oh, I forgot I should do you've gone back to streaming more over the last month? Oh yeah? How's that been going, C Films? I do apologize, by the way, if I'm a little not as interactive as I usually am. I'm just still getting back into the groove of my streams, so apologies if I'm a little less talkative than usual. I'll get back to it, no worries. I'll be firing and working just fine. Hopefully tomorrow already, but if not, then next week I'll be right back on a good schedule, so that should be okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's do this like that. Stream's fine. Cool, cool. Glad to hear it. Thank you. All right. Content first entries. You enjoy streaming? C Films, do you do your programming on stream or do you do games? I do apologize if you've mentioned what you do on your stream before. I don't remember. That's the honest truth. But I'm glad you enjoy streaming. That's nice. It's a fun thing to do. I quite enjoy it as well. Or do you do? Was it you do streams? It's related to film, right? Like video edits or something like that. Apologies, I can't recall exactly what you do on your stream. So I want to, basically what I'm trying to do is for any given entry, I've got a bunch of things I want to pull. So I want to get published and updated and the link. I kind of want to get all of these things. So actually, now that I think about it, it might be a good idea to I think I have a slightly better approach to this. I'm going to, since I can grab the content from an entry, then it gives me this sequence. What I want to do is actually map a function that gets it turns the tag. Let's think about this. Yeah, I'm going to change this up actually. I'm going to turn this sequence into just a map directly. And I'm going to do that by mapping for every tag. I'm going to how does zip map work again? I think it's zip map is keys vals. So I think what I want to do here is actually map tag over content and zip that with map content over content. Let's see if that does what I think it does. Ooh. Oh, I deleted the wrong thing. Entry. Let's try that. All right, let's try entry to HTML of it didn't quite do what I wanted it to. Or did it? Let's do keys of the previous entry. Nil. Content, let's do that. Okay, so let me let's do published. Good, 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 good. My stream is about movies, TV, media, web dev, good vibes, and more. Good vibes. I like the sound of that. So do you I suppose I should just go and watch a VOD or two of yours so I get a picture of it. But do you have face cam and you just present things and talk with your audience, that kind of stuff? Because it's a wide range of topics that you stream on. That's pretty cool. What I want to do here though is actually map. Let's do first of content. There we go. And that should produce a valid map, I hope. Let's also do content is C Films is Twitch's knowledge and enthusiast on movies and TV. In addition, I do web dev and database. Nice. So the content I'm gonna actually filter. I'm gonna remove nil. Wait, is this gonna work? Let's see if this works. I hope it does. I just want to get rid of false. Okay, is it? Did I do it right or not? It kind of looks like I did. Ooh, why is link nil? That's not good. Let's check this up here. Because I do want to keep the link. That's weird. Why is it empty? See, because everything else about this is pretty good. Oh, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I think. I have no videos of my streams because I do not record them. My next live stream is in the middle of next week. Do you not save VODs on your Twitch channel though? Once, for example, once I'm done this stream here, it'll go into my VODs, and you can watch them on Twitch directly. I happen to also upload them to YouTube, but you don't have to do that. Oops. You don't save them. Oh yeah, can you turn that off completely so it just doesn't ever show up? Ow. I don't remember. It's been a while. Okay. Something is misaligned, I think. I don't know. Whoop. That is not what I meant to do. Keys of the previous. Yeah, okay. So let's do author of that. See, that's wrong. Also, the link disappears, and I don't quite know why that is. So let's do current entries. I save live streams in OBS, or in Twitch Studio you have to turn the record live stream feature on. They don't auto-save them. Right, okay, so in OBS you're streaming and simultaneously recording, so you have local saves of your videos, but you never upload them as VODs or anything. And you don't have the automatically save VODs setting set up on your Twitch dashboard. I think is that what it is? See, I do the opposite. I just save the VODs and then I upload them to YouTube, and I don't record them. But I don't record them locally. That's just because my computer that I stream with doesn't handle it very well, and I don't really need them. So it's whatever. All right, I'm gonna stop fussing with this. I'm gonna get what I need done, and just handle it a little bit quicker here. So let me turn this into content map. Is gonna be this whole thing here, the zip map business. Like that. Yes. Now, what I want to do is how does this work again? Format. Oh, that worked. Okay. Does it work if I do this? Yes, okay, good. So the format string I want here is let's do the very, very basic thing here. It's gonna be HTML, head, title, what are custom functions in Clojure, like with using prefix notation? I'm sorry, you're gonna have to ask that question a different way. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Yeah, sorry, I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to get at with that. Okay, so format HTML, there's the head, ends HTML. Actually, let's do this for simplicity here. Right, so head, title, that's fine. Actually, maybe I should also do author. Oh no, I'm not going to do author right now. I'm going to leave it like that. I am going to do body. Oops. %s. Body like this. Is this going to work? Not sure. Okay, well, let's do here we'll do an h1 %s h1. That's the title. So I will need to do title, content. Yeah. Let's do h3. let's do published, updated, let's call that good enough for now. I don't know if I love this, but I can clean it up as I go. All right, so those are the titles, and then that's the body, and then that's that. Okay, so that's the format string, and then the arguments going into that are let's just do this. Let's make sure the keys are correct. Are user-defined functions in Clojure written different than most other coding languages because it uses prefix notation? I mean, like the order of them might be written differently. Like here, for example, so here, what's a simple function to show you? So here is a function, like a user-defined function. So is this. Everything's prefix notation, but you get to, like, you still have argument order, and it still works the same. So you start with the special form defin is define function. Then you give the name of the function as the second argument. Then you give the argument list as the third argument to the defin form. And then you have the function body itself. So it's all prefix notation, but so it might be a little confusing coming from let's say Python initially, but it's not actually that much different. Like for example, if you had to do def get nodes in Python, you would do that, and then if I'm remembering correctly, then you would have the arguments like this, then a colon, and then indent, and then this is the body, which would be like this: loop I equals 100, whatever, I minus minus, and then you'd have function body here. Everything in Clojure is in parens. Yes, that's right. You like this, you call a function call or a form call or whatever, starts with an open paren, and then it's the function here, and then the arguments to that function follow here. If instead of 3 I wanted to do 1 plus 1 plus 1, right, then the form itself is now a new function call nested inside there. So everything is always nested within parentheses. So the first thing in a paren list is the function. The remaining things are the arguments to that function, and you can nest parens inside parens, and they always evaluate from the innermost to the outermost. You can kind of think of it that way. You've not seen another coding language use defin to define user-created functions. Well, it's the same as def for Python. It's not different. It's just a different term. That's all. Oh, there we go. Right, so title, content map. This is pretty ugly code, unfortunately. All right, is this gonna work? Let's see. Looks like it did. So let's spit out.html from that. Let's see what that looks like. It worked. Sweet. Okay, well, that is a really good start. I think it's probably time for me to get going. I've been going for 2.5 hours. That's pretty good for the first stream back. I have something useful here. Oh, actually, before I go, I should tie this up a little bit nicer. I should do, I should make a little bit of interface for it. So let's do CLI, I guess, is let's define main, has no arguments. It's just going to do the following things. It's going to right, so the first thing it has to do is right, so when I run main, it's going to let's list this for a second. Remove previous feed.atom. That's good. Just not used to Clojure syntax yet because you've not used it before. You've used C language but not Lisp languages. See the similarities but lots of differences. Oh yeah, totally. It can be a little it can be a little confusing initially, but if you're interested in learning Lisp languages, just stick with it for even a week. Just try little exercises with it for about a week, and it'll start to click pretty quickly. Actually, it's not so complicated. In many ways, it's actually a lot simpler. You don't have to remember to put commas everywhere to separate lists. You don't have to separate entries in a list. You don't have to remember curly brace opening and closing. You don't have to remember semicolons. All you really need is open paren, close paren. And in Clojure, to be fair, you do also have to remember there is some special syntax about maps and stuff like that. And let binding. Any binding has square brackets instead of round parens, but if you learn Clojure, you get used to it fairly quickly. And then other Lisps like Common Lisp or Scheme, I don't think they've got any real special syntax like this even. So it's almost a little bit easier. But it takes some time. It's just a practice thing for sure. All right, first thing to do with main is map entry to HTML over entries. Trying to learn a little bit about many different languages to help you decide how to build out the way that McFly works. I see. Well, trying to learn a little bit about many languages. I wonder if that's a good approach, or if it might be better to pick, let's say, 3 languages only and learn a lot about each of those and then kind of figure out what you want McFly to do. I don't know. That what you're doing might work completely fine. It just depends on what your goals are for the language, right? Like, is McFly a learning project for you, or is it? Or do you intend it to be? What's your intent for the whole thing, right? Because realistically, there are so many general purpose languages that exist already, it's not really likely that you'll get massive adoption, at least not anytime soon, right? So if it's a learning language, you can kind of do whatever you want. If you want it to be a powerful general purpose thing, I think you kind of need to be quite focused on what would make McFly different from other general purpose languages, if that makes sense. You're currently basing it off of PHP, JavaScript, Python, and R. Yeah, I think you've mentioned those before. So syntactically based off of those, or semantically? Because those are not necessarily the same thing, right? It's a learning project? Gotcha. Which makes a lot of sense. It's a great way to learn a lot of stuff, right? You learn all kinds of things if you're designing a language. It's not something I've done. I just hear great things about it. Let's do posts. And then for each post in posts, just do... wait a second, why am I doing it in a let like that? Let's just do this. For post in map entry to HTML over entries, which is defined, like you get it up there. For each of those, spit. Oh, I need to... McFly's main focus is math, numbers, statistics, data analysis, and more. So that's great. When you say the word like focus and then you say and more, that implies that it's not perfectly focused. You know what I mean? Like, I what am I saying? If you're like, oh yeah, I'm focused on these things, and then the things you list are math, statistics, data analysis, and also more, the list is at least these things and a potentially huge amount of other things, right? So it just makes me chuckle that it's mainly focused on these things, and then and more just kind of is a... Engineers would say, oh, that's poorly scoped, as in you can get scope creep on the project, right? Like you could say, well, it features more, so you can just keep adding features to it over and over and over again. Of course, since it's a learning project, it's not that big a deal, right? But it just makes me chuckle a little, that's all. Not criticizing, just pointing out that if you're thinking about the design of a software project, it is quite important, I think, to be pretty specific about the scope. But again, since it's a learning project, you can't do anything wrong, right? It's all about learning. So there's no downside really. All right, I gotta go soon. I'm getting tired. I realized one little problem. I want to return here. Actually, let's do this. Let's try ID content map. And format. Let's try that. Hmm. What I mean by more is that it could be used for other things, mainly focused on math, numbers, statistics, and data analysis. Gotcha, gotcha. Right, it's like these are the things I'm using it for, but of course other users could figure out to use it for this or that, right? That makes sense. I get it. I understand. String split split it with that. Good. So we've got second of string split ID with the regex open or slash forward slash. Wasn't worded the best. Oh no, I was just that's totally fine. I understand what you're saying now. I was just bringing up a thought on my mind about scoping engineering and design projects. That's all. It's on my mind because I'm thinking about it a lot for my own library work. I need to scope things quite tightly, and I'm working on design docs so that my progress can be quite clear and measured and stuff like that. So it was just on my mind more than anything else. So spit that. Oh man, I really need to change this up to a let file name be string that ID of the post. Let's do this though. Let's just do posts slash that ID dot HTML. I think that's fine, really. And then spit fname post. So that's what you do there. And then what you do is spit into previous feed dot atom the current feed string. Okay. So that let's try to run main and see if it works or if it flops. It did not work. Perfect. But why not? I think because of this. Well, okay, let's try this instead. No such file or directory. clojure.java.shell as sh. Turns out I do need it. Oh, refer shell like that. Let's try this one more time. Okay, that's promising. Let's check one final thing. Let's def previous feed string as empty. Okay, so now entries should be, if I do count entries, ooh, that's not right. Oh, I defed this wrong, of course. Okay, so let's try that. Okay. All right, moment of truth. Ooh, didn't work. Okay. Oh, this works, but I forget. I should just put it in a do seek or something like that. I don't remember. Let's see here. Hey, Will Fennel. Hello. How are you? Oop, just trying to. Just curious. Why? Hi there. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Welcome to the chat. Back from the dead. Me or you? It's been a long time since I've streamed because I was back in Ontario for my sister's wedding and a bit of vacation. So, yeah, good to be back. Starting a little slow. Got to get back into the groove of streams on my end. Good. How are you? I'm doing very well. So, like I said, just back from holiday. One of my sisters got married, so that's fantastic. I'm pretty excited about this month. I'm working really hard on my development work and on improving my stream and improving my YouTube channel. So I'm really looking forward to all the stuff I'm working on. So I'm in a good mood about that. Back equals me. Gotcha. So my Twitch here says it's a first time chat from a viewer. Is this, do you have a new handle but you've been on the chat before, or are you totally new? Sorry, I'm just trying to understand what's going on, that's all. And if you've been here before and you have an old handle or it's not a new handle and I just have completely forgotten, I apologize. Just, there's a lot to keep track of up in this brain box. I can barely keep track of my own real life information sometimes, so well, you know how it goes. Let me just finish this up. I gotta get going soon, so I can't stay in chat for too long. Okay, so I have nothing saved here. I just am going to run this main function. I want to see if I actually am doing this right. Okay, promising. That's pretty good. No worries. I once joined the stream with a raid from Prime Agent. Could have been under a different nickname though. Oh, okay, okay. So that makes a bit of sense. Is your screen name is Will Fennel? Is that referring to Fennel, the Lisp language that compiles or is interpreted with Lua? Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to assume you run NeoVim, and do you use Fennel to do the configuration via Lua and all that stuff? Just curious about that. Yeah. Okay. So that's fantastic because so as you can see, I'm using Emacs right here, but I want to, as one of my little side projects, I want to properly. You're a wannabe Emaxer. Well, so funny. I don't. I mean, I'm not. I'm not a Emacs or Vim power user at all. Um, but I want to use. I want to learn Fennel to make a game as a side project, and I want to do it in NeoVim configured like this person here, Oliver, uh, does with this thing Clojure, and they've got just a really cool looking setup. So yeah, with Love 2D, yeah, most likely Love 2D. I mean, that's like the first one to go for, right? It's I just want to make a. The thing is, I want to make a game, but I don't even have a great premise yet. I either want to do sort of a top-down action RPG or like a 2D side scroller. Not for like not to win any game awards, just to do it for fun, you know, to say I've done it. And I want to learn Fennel and I want to learn Love 2D, and I want to force myself to get at least pretty decent at Vim so that I'm good in either one. Either one being Emacs or Vim, because I like them both, honestly. Anyway, so this also just this person Oliver, I think it's Oliver Cadwell or Caldwell or something like that. I don't know. They're Oliver Caldwell. Yeah, they've just got a really cool setup that I want to kind of just directly steal from. So a wannabe Emaxer, you don't want to be an Emaxer if you're a good NeoVim user, right? There's no reason to want one over the other. It's whatever you're good at, whatever you're comfortable with, right? Pretty much an expert at spending 100 hours to perfectly configure stuff and then never use that config. There's something like that. Love 2D with Fennel and Clojure. Ooh, thanks for that link. I'm going to pop it on my little tab here. Appreciate that very much. That will be super useful. But yeah, so Will, that's the thing with both Emacs and Vim that I personally, it's not perfect, but it's closest to a REPL workflow that I've seen. Perfect. I don't need things to be perfect. I need it to be just good enough that I feel comfortable using it, really. But yeah, when it comes to configuration of the editors and stuff like that, I really try to have it be not a lot. I want things to be as close to the stock as possible so that I don't have to memorize a bunch of crazy stuff, and so that I don't spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, like you say, doing things that you don't even need. So simpler is better. The problem with that is I often don't configure things when I should. So it's a balance, and I lean towards not configuring when sometimes I probably feel like I should. But anyway, that's whatever. Oh, that's your own library? I'll have a good look at it. I'll give it a star and stuff like. Oh wait, this is not on GitHub. That's totally fine. Just I didn't even pay attention to it. But this is great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Totally blew my cover. Hey, nothing wrong with that. So I don't know that I've written it down anywhere. But like link policy and stuff like that, people are allowed to share links with their projects and stuff like that, as long as people aren't spamming and as long as it's not excessive. People are totally free to share links on my chat. I basically don't open them up on my screen just in case there's bad stuff or personal stuff or whatever, right? But sharing links and a little bit of, hey, look at the thing I did, totally fine. What's not cool is if you're just like, hey, come over and watch my stream. Here's my stream link. That is like the Twitch 101, never do it sort of thing. So anyway, I am going to have to get going soon. I'm decently happy so far with how this worked. I'm realizing here, if I do this again, I should have this actually just I should do something like this. If I'll do this later. I want to print line count string handling count entries The reason I'm being lazy about this is because the design of this isn't finished. It emits posts as HTML, which is great, but it's not sufficient. I want to make it a little cleaner, a little more polished, a little more efficient, but I've got a really good skeleton here. I can actually work offline on this and get things going, I think, fairly quickly. So handling 7 entries. Oh, I know why this is. So this is not true, actually. It should be 0 entries. And the reason it is saying 7 is because I'm in the REPL and it's still holding on to some strings in memory from the previous run. So if I instead do this, if I do... Oh, shoot. I haven't tangled any of these to a file. Okay, final thing before I go. I'm going to tangle this to... ./rss saver.clj. I'm going to run it with Babashka. Once I have this all working. Okay. Let's try it. BB. Oh, I have to actually call main. Otherwise, it just evals the symbols and doesn't run them. Cool. Otherwise, I could send it in a whisper instead. Oh, yeah, whispers are fine, but honestly, don't worry about posting a link in the chat. I mean, unless you don't want other people to potentially see it, right? Then a whisper makes sense. But I'm easy breezy. As long as people don't abuse the privilege. And people have been very kind in my chat more often than not. And I've got mod capabilities if people start being jerks about things. So this should say 0 entries and be done. Perfect. I love it. So now if I remove previous feed and run it, it should say 7. Yes. Okay. So remove RF posts and remove previous feed. Okay. That is perfect. So I'm going to open 1.4 here. Oh, just as a bit of context, Will, if you're tuned in on this a little bit later, all this is I made a simple script to get. I've got here. I use the Hey inbox, and a thing you can do is you can create blog posts fairly quickly by doing if you write an email to world@hey.com, it'll post to your to this feed here, and I think that's really cool. And I've been using it just to write tiny little articles and stuff like that. I've been enjoying it. But what I want to do is save a copy into my local stuff as a simple text format so that I can have it on my own, like I can mirror it and stuff like that. You got a new subscriber? Oh, you mean on the blog? Thank you. I appreciate that. Oof, I gotta stop and get some food soon. I'm hungry. Anyway, point is, this is just a little thing I'm gonna run like every night or something like that to just pull the RSS feed and get the latest post. So this is just the skeleton. I've got to just make it cleaner, make it a little more sensible. But point is, I wrote this, but I want to be able to access it and use it in my own things if I ever stop using Hey or that service stops, right? So just using the RSS feed in a little script seems pretty cool. So that's what's going on with that. And it's cool because I think once I clean this up and make it actually nice and usable, I'm going to just make a YouTube video about it, and I'm going to make it a GraalVM native image. Should all be pretty good. But that's enough chit chat for me right now. I have to get going. I'm going to make myself some food. I'm going to clean my room because I set this up to try and be a prototype of a new set. I don't like this. I don't think it looks good. You can't see the TV. It's all washed out. It's not displaying anything relevant. It just isn't good yet. I'm not happy with it. I'm anxious. I got to clean the room and start fresh. So anyway, all that stuff is going to happen off stream. I will be back tomorrow, and I should be back on my normal stream schedule starting next week. Should be 3 or 4 times a week doing Clojure programming, doing design work. Yeah, that's what's up. All right. That's enough chit chat. Thanks everyone who tuned in. Thanks everyone who joined in the chat. I appreciate the company, and I appreciate the kind talk that people are giving me, kind interaction. So thanks everyone. I hope you have a good day or evening wherever you're at. And I'm gonna get going. Yeah, Will, see you later. Thanks for tuning in. All right, I've said bye a few times now, so I'm gonna click stop here, and I'll see you later.